Hello class. So let's start with our geography chapter, chapter number 7, lifelines of national economy. Okay. So when we hear the word lifelines, what is the meaning of lifeline? Lifeline means where we are getting a area or a space where we are able to save something, we are able to develop something, we are able to move from one position to another position in the way of saving, developing. That is the meaning of lifeline. Now, what is the meaning of lifelines of national economy? Our economy, which are the sources which is helping our national economy to develop, which is helping us to bring the people together, to bring the world together. So which are those lifelines that we are going to learn in this chapter? That means the modern means of communication and transport which brings people together and helps in local, national and international trade. That is the meaning of lifeline of national economy. So let's move on. Now in this chapter, the contents which we are going to cover is introduction, means of transport, roadways, railways, waterways, airways, learning about communication, international trade, and tourism as a trade. So these are the topics or these are the contents which we are going to cover in this chapter. So let's begin with introduction. Right? So introduction is transport plays an important role in the economy. Yes, of course. Transport is playing an important role. What is the meaning of transport? It's a system by which goods and passengers are carried from one place to another. So, of course, it's playing an important role in economy. Here, transport, raw materials reach the factory, finished products reach the consumer, people move from one place to another, their destinations are there in different places, they move from one place to another. Everything is taking place because of only transport. The pace of development of a country, it depends upon the production of goods and services and as well as their movement over space. That means if raw materials are there, how will we make this raw material to reach the manufacturing industry? With the help of transport. How will this finished goods which are made in the manufacturing industries, how will they go to the consumers? With the help of transport. The transport is playing an important role in the pace of development in a country. And also there are different efficient means of transports which are helping us for fast development. So let's see which are those different means of transport. And we are also going to learn different means of communication. We are going to learn tourism, how tourism is considered as a trade. Clear? So now, apart from transport, the ease and mode of communications like telephone, internet is also helping us to keep the continuous flow of information possible. Earlier, if a person had to give a message to somebody, he used to send a person on behalf of him, or he has to go all the way walking to that place, or he has to write a letter. But now, if it is an instant thing, we want it now itself in this second. Who is helping us? Communication, modes of communication, telephones, internet is helping us, is allowing us to be there in the continuous flow of information. Now, we are going to learn about different means of transportation. You can see in this picture, roadways are there, airways are there, waterways are there, railways are there. Now let's begin with roadways. Today, India is well linked with the rest of the world despite its vast size, diversity, and linguistic, socio-cultural plurality. Railways, airways, waterways, newspapers, radio, television, cinema, internet, etc. and etc. They are helping us in our socio-economic progress in many ways. Development is taking place in each and every small place of this country, of this world. So if we don't have proper development in our means of transport and communication, how can we be in the pace of development? So these are the lifelines who are helping the national economy to develop. The trades from local to international levels have added to the strength of its economy. It has enriched our life and added significantly to growing services and facilities for the comforts of life. At home sitting, we can order anything online. Maybe it eatables, maybe it wearables, whatever, decorative items, anything. We sit and order it online. How will it reach here? It is reaching here because of transportation. How we have given the order? Because of the communication. The communication and transportation is making it easy for us to have a comfortable life. So they are considered as lifelines of national economy. So now let's see different means of transport. There is land, water, air. Inland, it's there roadways, railways, and pipelines. Pipelines with the help of which natural gas can be transported from one place to another. Water, inland and overseas. Air, domestic airways and international airways. In domestic airways, we are also having public undertaking and private airlines. So these are the different means of transportation which is helping us to have a life which is of comfort. You must have seen when this problem was going off, all this pandemic disease and all the online services were stopped. I believe you must have faced some of the other problem because of that, right? Because now we have got a habit of taking things online. Also, we have got a habit to see things moving around the road, transportation, communication, everything was coming into a stop because of the problem. So you can understand how important is this transportation and communication on the basis of national economy. Let's see about roadways, India and their roadways. India has one of the largest road network in the world, aggregating to about 2.3 million kilometers at present. This is the largest road network in the world. India is having that. And India roadways have preceded railways. They still have an edge over railways in view of the ease with which they can be built and maintained. Yes, railways are also helping us for the transportation. But the thing is, roadways is little more easy to be constructed. For example, if you want to go to an hilly area, train there is not that much possible for construction and the cost is also very high. But of course, we can make a passover from there. It's a roadway. So roadway is little bit easier and low cost than railways. So here in this slide, you can see the growing importance of road transport, which is railway transport, is rooted in the following reasons. Construction cost of road is much lower than that of railway lines. Roads can traverse comparatively more dissected and undulating topography, that means in the mountain areas or near the small what we say valley areas and all. Road transport helps more. They are more traversed comparatively in this dissected and undulating topography. Roads can negotiate higher gradients of slopes and such can traverse mountains such as Himalayas. You cannot make a railway in Himalayas because the place over there, the topography over there, the geographical condition over there is in such a way that railways will take more cost and it's not that much possible there for that railway tracks. But of course, roadways can help us. Road transport is economical in transportation of few persons and relatively smaller amount of goods over short distances. If you are planning to go for short distances and all, and economically in transportation of few persons and relatively small amount of goods, roadways are very helpful. It also provides door-to-door service. Thus, the cost of loading and unloading is much lower. Railways or train to each and every door-to-door is possible? No. Roadways are possible. So, they are more helpful. Road transport is also used as a feeder to other modes of transport, such as they provide a link between railway stations, air and seaports. From a manufacturing industry, if anything has to be exported to another country and it has to reach the airport, who is going to transport it to airport from manufacturing industry? It's the roadway which is going to help. It's keeping a link between railway station, air and seaport. You must have seen in railway stations and all, small trucks and all, they coming, unloading the things. It get again loaded in the railways. Same way with airways and same way with seaports. So roadways are also playing the role of a feeder to other modes of transport. Next. In India, roads are classified in the following 6 classes according to their capacity. Now, each and every road is not same. Here, in India, we are having a particular classification of roads and it is classified into 6 classes. Which are they? Golden Quadrilateral, National Highways, State Highways, District Road, other small roads and border roads. These are the 6 main classes according to the capacity in India. Roads are classified. Next, here in this picture you can see there is a picture of all this Golden Quadrilateral and National Highways and all in your map book also, and in your textbook also you can refer. Here you can see Golden Quadrilateral, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Golden Quadrilateral. North-South corridor you can see from Srinagar till Kanyakumari. East-West corridor is there. Here from this Mundra port from Porbandar, it is traveling till Itnagar, Imphal, Kohima, Dimapur, Silachar, and NHDP phase 3 is also there. So these are the different national highways which is connecting to different states where districts are also connected, and transportation is made easy because of these 6 classes of capacity of roadways. Now, what is the meaning of Golden Quadrilateral? Golden Quadrilateral was launched by government in a major road development project, which was linking Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai, and Delhi by 6-lane super highways. The north-south corridor, they are linking Srinagar and Kanyakumari, and east-west connecting Silchar and Porbandar. The major objective of the super highway was to reduce the time and distance between the mega cities. And these highway projects are being implemented by National Highway Authority of India. Why highways are there? Why we can travel from Ahmedabad to Vadodara 1 hour 45 minutes we can reach there, or 1 hour 30 minutes we can reach there. How? Because they are making our distance and time easier for us. They have reduced the time and distance. So this Golden Quadrilateral, the north-south corridor, east-west corridor, super highways and highways, they are helping us to reduce our time and distance and to keep a contact with the other states and other big states. Next, National Highway onwards, we will be doing in our next session. I believe whatever we have done now, you have understood. Thank you.